Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Archer. That's at paularcher.com. Here I'm sitting in the car park at the Hilton Hotel in Kent, and I'm going to go and see a client shortly, and we're going to have a discussion about things. And it just got me thinking actually about yesterday and some of the learnings that I had. I wanted to share with you, particularly if you're on the phone and you have to cross-sell. Because yesterday I was at the opposite end of the spectrum. I was staying at a travel lodge in North London. Travel Lodge and Hilton, different ball game, isn't it? And the Travel Lodge is a great place. I enjoy staying there. Stay there a lot. It's good price and everything. But the problem with the Travel Lodge is in the morning you have to troop across the road to a pub or to a restaurant where you've got like your breakfast, like a little chef or something like that. And I can't really be bothered to be doing all that, especially when you've got to get to a client in the morning. And what they had though at Travel Lodge is a breakfast which they sell. It's kind of like in a packet. It's a long life breakfast, so you get like your orange juice, you get your croissant. That's about 2 years old, probably. I shouldn't say that, should I? That's libel, isn't it? But and also you've got cornflakes with milk, and it's okay. It's a nice breakfast. It fills the hole, if you like. And what they have to do, of course, the girls at the Travel Lodge and the boys, is they try to sell it to you when you check in for your room, but they don't do it very well. Bless the cotton socks. They don't probably believe in it. They don't think they were employed to be salespeople, probably. And the lady yesterday morning, or the night before, I should say, she wasn't particularly good. She said, I think, well, you don't want one of these, do you? She said, and I said, no, I don't. And that's a classic cross-sell, isn't it? And again, you think about some of the things I learned, and I was teaching during the day to people to help them cross-sell. Because ideally what you do need to do is two things. You've got to finish off the transaction. I was book my room, give me my key. And then you've got to have this thing called transition. So you've got to get me chatting, that's all. And then you've got to look for the opportunities by asking good questions. And what she could have done was something quite simple, like she could have done a transition and said something like, are you here on business, Mr. Archer? Do you know my name? And I would have said, yeah, I'm working for a company 10 minutes away and I'm starting at 9 o'clock. Oh, she said, that's interesting. I hope it goes well for you tomorrow. What are your plans for breakfast? Would have been a good opportunity question, wouldn't it? And I would have said something like, I don't have time, I've got to dash off, kind of thing. Because in my opinion, that's the major selling point of these breakfasts. You don't have time, so you can. And she could then said something like, oh, we've got something that actually might help you there, because this breakfast will allow you to have a quick munch while you're in the room, and then while you're in the car, you can nibble on the croissant or whatever as you rush to your meeting. And that way, at least you have something inside you. I can organise this for you straight away, put it on your credit card. Wouldn't that be good? But she didn't do that. So Travel Lodge, if you're hearing this, give me a call. I'll come and teach your people how to do it. But I was picking up some tips yesterday. Working with people, I was picking up some tips. And some of the great things I heard that I wanted to share with you. First of all, one lady I worked with used the phrase, that worries me. Because she'd do a transition quest and get people talking. And then she'd sort of open up a few opportunities. And she'd say something like, it worries me, she'd say. I don't know if you're getting the best return on your investment. I'd like to talk to you about that. And that's a really cool thing to do, because that's so genuine, isn't it? That would really work from one lady that I worked with as well, which was great. Another lady I worked with felt convinced that she needed to be an expert on every single product in which the company offered before she'd even attempt to cross-sell. And I said we did some belief change work, didn't we? And at the end of the work, the coaching, she believed that she didn't need to be an expert, because quite rightly, she opportunity spots, and she then refers people on, which is really great. She had a really good technique, actually. She used the phrase, what I'd like to do. And once you got somebody interested, rather than overselling it, she just said, well, what I'd like to do is, what I can do for you is I can organise for Bob to give you a call, or I can organise for this to be sent to you to take that offer. I thought that was quite nice. She actually worked with that really, really well. Other people use phrases. May I ask, what's your experience with the company? Have you been with us 10 years? What do you like about us? I think they're great transition questions. What attracted you to the product is a great transition question. It's nice, it's easy. As long as you soften it, sugarcoat it, these questions are really good. I've noticed, so you're looking at the computer system, I've noticed from the computer system that you're not earning a huge rate of interest there. So let me talk about how we can build that for you. Might be a good way of doing it. All this works as well. One last tip I noticed from one guy, he had this thing called a hook sheet. And as he listened to the customer's query, because you've got to sort the query out first, of course you have, he listened out for hooks, and he'd make a little note. So the customer ran a car, the customer's going on holiday, the customer was a taxpayer. And these things help, you see, with the hook for later. And he was obviously seeking out opportunities for travel insurance, for a higher interest rate, which is tax-free, or whatever it was. And he again came back to those when he did his opportunity questioning. I thought that was really, really clever. Good bunch of people, really into it. Enjoyed the coaching as well. Training is great, guys, but you've got to do the coaching afterwards, because people just don't do it, do they? So there's a few ideas for you. I better get into the Hilton Hotel because I've got my client waiting for me. Nice cup of coffee, I think, is coming up my way. Maybe a breakfast, but we'll see how things go. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. I certainly am. I'll speak to you soon. My name is Paul Archer. That's paularcher.com. Bye.